Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Skillset Go. In the last videos we have seen all types of requests using a REST APIs in the REST APIs using Spring Boot. As you can see, we have a get mapping is the get request, post mapping which represents a post request, put mapping which represents a put request. So these are all the REST APIs as we have annotated with REST controller. So we have also seen how to access a database content using JPA. So we have used find all API provided by the JPA. You can see we have a student repository which in turn extends a JPA repository, and this JPA repository provides all the basic methods. So find all will get all the student details from the database, and find by ID will get the student details with a particular student ID, and we have post method which will pass the data, and we have save API to store in database. And put mapping, the difference is mainly post mapping we will insert a new data, we will use put request to update any existing data. So in this video we will see how to write our custom queries with using a JPA. So as you can see, we have these are all basic methods, find by ID, but we don't have find by score. See, as you can see, student has student ID, we have mentioned this as ID, student name and score. Suppose if you want to get the student details by particular score, so for that we don't have a direct method in the JPA. If you can open a JPA repository, we have find all, find by ID, find all by ID. So because we have mentioned student ID as a ID, but we have not filtered the student details by other properties. So how we can do is, so first let's have a API to get the student details by score. So it is similar to this, just copy and paste. Let's change this to score, get details by score. Let's change this to score, and this also score. So here we have find by ID, we need to have find by score method. So the simple way to define a method find by score is just go to student repository and just define a method what we need. We need a method which will return a list of students with the name find by score, which will take score as a parameter. So that's it. We no need to write any implementation for this. Suppose if you want to find the details, student details with the name, we can write find by student name. We can write, let's have the same method, and find by student name. So it will take a string. So here it should be same as the parameter name. If you see the student, we have S name, S score. So that's why we have defined with the same name, score and a student name, first letter as a capital. So if you define a method like this, we no need to write any query like select star from student where name is this, select star from student where score is this. We don't need to write those queries. So Spring Boot automatically fetches the result and it will return. So let's call the method here, find by score. We have defined. So pass the score, and this will return a list of students. So just change the return type to list of students, and let's access this URL from the Postman and see whether we get the result. So first we need to change the URL because this URL and this URL is same and both are get mapping, so Spring Boot won't run properly. So we need to change the format of the URL. Let's change to score, and now relaunch the app. And now let's go to Postman and try to access this URL with particular score. So students score, and we need to pass a score. If you see the data what we have kept is 3 rows. So let's search the student details with 434. Pass 434 and let's enter. See, we have got the details Suresh, which is same as this. Suppose if you have more students with the same score, let's have one more row with same score as Rajesh, and let's have one more row with same score, let's say Tom. And now let's relaunch the app, try to access the URL again. So let's access it again. We need to get 3 rows. So as you can see, we got the result. So we have inserted 3 rows with the same score. So we got 3 student details. See, the main advantage here is we just defined a method here. We have not written any implementation. So all basic queries this will provide. So we have also, we want to get a student details whose score is greater than particular score. So for that also we have a method, so which will return list of students. We can define method like this: find by score greater than, and this will take score. So this method will fetch to all students whose score is greater than this. So let's test it. So here, instead of returning the score, we will return all the students, find by score greater than particular score. So relaunch the app. Let's check data. Let's say we will say all the students greater than 300. So we need to get all the 4 rows. Let's go to Postman. Let's give 300 here. So as you can see, we have got all the student details whose score is greater than 300. This is 534, 434, 434. So here the beauty is we have not mentioned any query. So these type of methods already provided by the Spring Boot or JPA. So suppose if you want to write our own query, so in real-time projects we won't use these simple queries. We will use a complex queries. So for that also we have a simple way to define. So let's say I want all the students by particular score, and that result should be sorted by the name of the student. So we can define our own method. List of students, just define anything. Find students, find by score order. This method name doesn't matter, but here these 3 method names are matter. If you change anything, like if you change any spelling mistake, it will give an error. So you can try and run this app. Let's remove this, just change the name here, method name. Let's relaunch the app. We will get an error. See, we have got an error. No property with this name. So that's why you should be careful before defining. We have the same name as a parameter. And let's change back. So now we are defining our own method with our own query. So this method name doesn't matter. We will pass a score here. And now we will write our own query with using query annotation. And here we will write JPA script, which is similar to SQL. We want all the students from student where SID equal to score equal to question mark order by student name. So this is a sample query. If you want any complex query, we can write like this. And in JPA's query script, we have to mention the number here. This is 1, so that first argument will match this score. So that's it. Let's see whether the result will be ordered or not. And here we will call, instead of getting the details score greater than particular score, we will call the new method find by score with order. Let's pass page. So we need to get the result with the sorted order by name. Let's relaunch the app. Let's go to Postman. So here if you can see, the names are not ordered. This is R, S, this is again R, this is T. Now it should be ordered. And again we need to pass the same score, which is 434. So here you can see R, S, T. The names are ordered. So this is how we will write our custom queries with using a query annotation. So the main advantage here is we are not connecting to the database our own, and we are not fetching and storing all the details in the list. It automatically connects to the database, executes this query and fetches the result and save in this list. So what we have done here is we just defined our own query. So this is the beauty. So I hope you understood, and these are the methods already provided by default, the basic methods. And if you want any complex queries, we need to write like this. So in future videos, we will learn more about REST APIs and how to return an XML and how to accept a JSON. So all those things. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.